I'm going to say hit. 28 mil a year is crazy.
We know what it's like with these NBA players. They want that all NBA,
Yeah.
so they can go for the Supermax.
It's the Washington Wizards.
Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
Not my money. Not my money.
Exactly.
All right, the NBA is back. It's time for NBA casuals to return to its glory. It's been a fun off-season, fellas, but it's time to lock in. You've probably watched the opening day of the NBA season. We haven't. We're recording right before. Let's see how it goes. Best luck for the season, brother.
Best of luck, mate.
I don't mean that.
No,
Not in a million years. No. Let's start with the NBA contracts we've got this season. Okay. Right. I'm going to run through them. I just want your verdict, hit or miss.
Just that. Just hit or miss.
Just hit or miss.
All
Talk
right.
me through it. All right. First up, Moses Moody, 3 years, $39 million. He's the new splash bro, everyone's saying. How do you feel about that?
Look, I'm going to say hit. 13 mil a year. That's not too bad. Still a young player. He's developed nicely the last year. Obviously not as much as Kuminga, but he's going to have to be an important piece for them. And I think he'll grow well under Steph. Saying Draymond is crazy. And then Steve Kerr.
Fair play. Fair play. Number 2, Trey Murphy. New Orleans has given him a 4-year, fully guaranteed, no options, none of
guaranteed.
that. 112 million, brother.
112 million.
112 million.
28 mil a year is crazy.
Good maths.
They've just picked up DeJounte as well. Yeah, look, he's a nice player. Plays some solid defense, great three-point shooter. But 28 mil a year for that kind of role player.
And he might not even start.
Is quite crazy.
He might not even start.
28 mil a year. I'm going to go miss on the long term.
Okay.
I'm going miss.
All right, let's see. Kuminga didn't sign a contract, so we'll go over to Jalen Green.
Yeah.
3 years,
Yeah, okay.
106 million. Third year is a player option. And we know what it's like with these NBA players. They want that all NBA,
Yeah.
so they can go for the Supermax. How do you feel about this? 3 years, 106 mil. And we talked about it last week. Reed Shepherd is gunning for this position.
Yeah.
He might not even be a starter by the end of the season, John.
I mean, I think he still will be, but yeah, look, as a player itself, it's a miss. But for the Houston Rockets, I'm happy to say it's a hit just for the 2 year, for the 2 year period, only for like what, 30-ish mil.
Yeah.
And look, he's still an important player for them. He carries the ball most of the time. He's the most attacking threat, really, off the dribble. And I guess he has to pay that much. So I'm going to go hit just for the Rockets itself.
Okay. All right. Jalen Suggs, Orlando Magic. Everyone's favorite team that they are pretending to watch. Because I know you boys are not locking in for Orlando Magic games.
Yeah.
The way I am. 5 years, 150 mil.
150.
150. 30 a year, brother.
I'm going to go miss.
So, strong miss?
A fairly hard miss, I reckon.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, he's been in the league a couple of years now. You haven't seen like crazy amounts of development. And they've got Cole Anthony, Jonathan Isaac, the Wagner brothers, Paolo. They've got quite a lot of pieces, and giving him 30 mil a year for 5 years, I don't think it's worth it. He doesn't provide enough value for that. So yeah, it's a miss for me.
I'm just curious to see how it all fits together, because we know Paolo is going to get a max. We know Wagner's probably going to ask for whatever Paolo asked for.
Yeah.
And if you're giving all that money, KCP just came in.
Yep. And
the building.
Like,
he's on about 20.
25.
He's on about 20.
Yeah.
All these extensions, you're going to be deep into that tax. You better get your Boston on. You better get to the NBA Finals sooner rather than later, my friends.
Better find a good accountant as well.
Exactly right. Corey Kispert, 4 years, 54 mil.
Who?
Corey Kispert.
Corey Kispert.
Washington Wizards' finest.
Hey, bandana man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You said 4 years, 54? That's crazy to me. For even 54 mil, 13 and a half a year, what's he providing? Some effort?
Teamwork? Friendship?
Friendship? Worth 13 mil. We can go. We'll go get 10 mil for that, for the same case.
I don't know. Maybe you. I'm not good enough of a friend for this.
This is a team for Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma to showcase their talents. Whether good or bad, it's to showcase their talents. And 13 mil for him, it's not worth it. But it's the Washington Wizards.
Who cares?
Yeah. Who cares?
Not my money. Not my money.
Exactly.
Jaden Hardy. Dallas Mavs. Okay. 3 years, 18 million. Rookie extension. This is a no-frills extension. And I still don't like it, John. I still don't like it.
I like this.
I watched him last season. I did not enjoy.
This is a hit for me.
I did not enjoy his experience.
In this NBA economy, for the numbers you've said, 6 mil a year for Jaden Hardy is an absolute bargain. He will have his ups and downs, but he will win you some games.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, he'll win you some games. And for 6 mil a year in the NBA, I'm taking that. That's a hit.
You say he'll win me some games. How many games is Jaden Hardy on the Dallas Mavericks going to win them this season?
I'm going to say 3 to 5.
That's 3 to 5 too many, my friend.
3 to 5.
Let's head on over The Atlanta Hawks, 5 years,
Yep.
150 million.
Ooh.
The boy, Jalen Johnson.
Okay.
Was he most improved last year?
It was very close. I
Okay.
don't think he...
Did Tyrese get it?
he got it the year before, I believe.
Anyways.
I don't think it was Jalen
He was
Johnson.
one of the most improved players in the league
But-
last season.
Look, this is... You can say it's early, but I'm going to say this is a hit. The potential with him is crazy.
What is the potential? Tell me what it is.
He's a high flyer, plays hard defense, and he can shoot the ball as well.
Give me a
So-
comparison. 2 years' time.
Ooh.
2-3 years' time.
Oh, but he's also like a bigger body. Ooh, who could I go with here? Bigger body. Aaron Gordon.
And that brings me on to the next extension.
Aaron Gordon.
Literally, I was just thinking in my head, don't say Aaron Gordon. Don't say Aaron Gordon. Don't compare a high-flying athlete to Aaron Gordon because every college prospect just gets thrown, oh, yeah, he's got shades of Aaron Gordon about it. Aaron Gordon, Denver Nuggets, 4 years, 133 mil. That's just a touch over 30 mil a season for what is a great player, but,
Yeah, look, for the individual skill set,
I don't know.
you would say it's probably unwarranted. But for the way he fits in this Denver roster, especially around Jokic in particular, I'm going to say it's worth it. It's a hit. And right now, this window, you've still got to go for it.
I agree.
You still got to go for it.
I agree with that, but I see something like this, and I'm like, might as well double down, get into that second apron, or whatever everyone
Yeah.
wants to call it. KCP should be a Denver Nugget this season, man.
I agree. He should be as well. I agree.
Let's see. Anyways, let's. What else are we gonna give the people this season, John? What else are you looking out for?
I'm looking for players who are making a comeback from injury or from non-injury reasons,
Okay.
and to make a big impact in the league and change the scope of the West or the East.
Okay.
So there are a few names I had in mind, but who do you have in mind?
So the player I think
Yeah.
for this comeback arc. Now I know you're probably gonna pick one of the star boys that was injured last season, but
Okay.
for me, it's two guys. They both one of them used to be a Golden State Warrior. One of them still is a Golden State Warrior. It's Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. These guys,
Okay. All right.
honestly, over the last couple of seasons, they are a shell of what they used to be.
Yeah.
And it's not for anything else apart from what is inside their control. It
Yeah.
feels like.
It
So-
seems to be all confidence related.
So I think for Andrew Wiggins, that means getting away from Golden State at some point this season. I'm hoping he gets traded somewhere where maybe he can have more of a free role. He might not even be a starter these days.
He still has a free role, in my opinion. Like, what he did in that championship run was so critical.
I agree.
And he had a free role in that team.
I agree. But now Kuminga, everyone else is stepping up, and he's sort of just the guy that used to be the cool guy. Okay, you don't want to
guess
be
so.
that guy. And Jordan Poole, enough said, bro.
Yeah.
Enough
I
said.
mean, he
Like,
copped a punch.
I'm
to the
going
face.
to back this guy
Yeah.
until the day he retires. He's capable
Yeah.
of being a decent NBA player.
I agree.
And that's all I'm asking for this season. Jordan Poole, please.
100%.
Put up 20 and 5 and 2 and do it efficiently, and I'm okay with that. Who you got?
So the two names that come to mind, Ja Morant for both physical and non-physical reasons.
Yes, his injuries. Yes.
Injuries, and Lonzo Ball after about 2.5 years out. It's so good to see him back. He had a nice game in his first preseason
Okay.
game back.
Talk to me about the Bulls then.
Bulls, yeah.
Is Lonzo just going back to, do you see him just being the point guard? They traded for Giddey.
That's a very interesting point.
So like what's the vibe here?
Initially, no, they're going to try play through Giddey. Just they're not going. You don't want to rush Lonzo back after 2.5 years out and the injuries he had and the surgeries he had.
Yeah.
But long term, if he goes back to being your point guard, that's a good sign. Because before that, he was playing incredible defense. His shot, as ugly as it was
It was working.
working.
It was working.
If it's not broke, don't.
If it ain't broke,
broke,
don't fix it.
don't fix it. Yeah, okay, that's where I was going. And look, the shooting's there. One of the best playmakers in the league as well. So that's the guy you want to be a point guard. And whether how Josh Giddey fits around that, they can work out in the future. But I want to see Lonzo get back to his best. And do I think he can? Yes, I do.
Okay. I like what you're saying. You were talking about how bad Lonzo's 3 is.
Form-wise.
Aesthetically.
Yeah.
And this week, I'll show you the clip now, and you'll have it on the screen, fellas.
Okay.
MIKAL Bridges has changed his shot. So he shot 2 for 19 in preseason from the 3-point line.
Oh, Kyler Anderson.
Yeah.
No.
That's not exactly something you expect them to introduce.
What has he done? Whoever's choice this was to make that change has to be fired.
Look,
That's a prime Kyle Anderson 3-point shooter.
I agree. I agree. But if you look at him from previous seasons, it was so much more fluid.
Yeah, it was so smooth.
And
oh my
but
gosh.
I'm not a shot IQ expert. Like I'm not the guy to tell you this is wrong. So I'm just gonna wait it out.
I mean,
But
2 for 19 isn't a good start.
2 for 19 is not a good
When
start.
you make a change, it might be hard at first, but
think about all the other reasons the Knicks aren't playing well right now. They made a big trade. They have guys injured.
yeah.
They are a little bit of a mess right now. Okay, Josh Hart doesn't know his role in the team. He's saying there's a lot of variable things, and I think it's too early for judgment. But everyone online is saying it's messed up. Just tell me, over under 40% this season, MIKAL Bridges from the 3-point line.
I'm going to get under. I'm going to say he'll be around 36.5 to 37.5.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with.
Let's see. All right. And tell me your favorite aesthetic 3-point jumpers in and around the league.
Oh, it's the most basic answers that come to mind at first. I want to try to think of something unique. Let's see. Who do we have? Just the actual jumper itself. Just the jumper itself.
Jason Tatum.
Nah. He's got like a little hitch in it.
I like the confidence
Yeah, of course.
that he has.
Yeah, you got to have that. See.
Is it
Tyrese
Maxey?
He just comes to mind, but that's just, I feel like that's a bit of personal bias. Obviously, the easy answers are Clay when he's not shooting 0 for 9, 0 for 10.
Still aesthetic.
That's the prototypical
Still aesthetic.
prototype shot. You know, I'm going to back my boy. I'm going to go Tyrese Maxey.
Tyrese Maxey.
Smooth jumper, yeah.
Okay. DeMar DeRozan.
If you can't shoot the 3, I'm not calling you a shooter.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's understood. But let's see how it goes. I think Devin Booker. Devin Booker is Mr. Aesthetics
That's a good
as
answer.
well. And
I like that.
the league is getting wider. I need to see which
The league is getting what?
wider.
What? Okay, I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I
The
heard.
league is getting wider. This is getting more and more awkward filming this episode.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see a new crop of talent enter the league.
Not this draft class, but yeah. Maybe next year.
You watch out for Alexander Sarr, buddy.
Maybe next
You
year.
watch out. Rookie of the year incoming. Anyways, stay tuned, fellas. NBA Casuals every week, breaking down what's happening on the timeline, what the casuals are saying,
Yep.
and we'll let you know what the experts are saying. Ciao.